How you guys doing today? You got Mike from Downs Construction here, and I'm going to break down to you guys how to screed properly for a paver walkway, patio, etc. Anyway, I often get asked, what are the pipes in my builds? What are the pipes? So the pipes right here are 3/4 inch on the inside, which measure to 1 inch steel conduit. I use steel over PVC because PVC is too flexible. It bends and it moves, and it will allow for a little bit of a dip in your patio if not done properly. So what I do is I get my poles down. I level them. I put pitch on them. I run pitch away from, if it's a home, if it's a porch, it's a driveway, to there, away from the home. You'll see this is 3/8 stone I'm using as my bedding stone. I want 1 inch of it. I put it down. I use my pipes. Here it's only not small enough for my screed, so I'm just simply using an old 4-foot level. I make sure whatever I'm using to screed is perfectly straight. I don't want there to be any bends or dips or whips in it because that will be reflected in my patio. So when I'm doing the screed, I make sure that it sits on the 2 poles that are leveled and pitched, and I pull it straight back. And once I get to a big hump, I go get my rake and I rake it out of the area or spread it further back. Now, what's the purpose of this setting bed? I need it to be perfectly flat. If I get this perfectly flat with the pitch that I want on it, I'll be able to just set my pavers and go. And since I'm using 3/8 stone instead of sand, you'll see here, I can walk on it. It has a 99% compaction ratio, so it compacts itself. I can walk on it without messing it up while laying it. It's also better for drainage. 3/8 stone and 3/4 stone alike are the 2 stones you want to use for drainage purposes. Now, you'll see I got another hump that I've screeded all the way back. I just rake it back. I keep going. I fill in the voids where I need to, and I rake it back off what's going to be the end of my walkway. I do save that stone. Why do I save that stone? Because once I slide down these pipes, I slide down the poles as I use them. As I'm laying the pavers, I don't leave them in. I slide them down, and I fill in the voids once I pull them out that is left behind with that 3/8 inch stone. I then take any kind of trowel or float, and I float it out over where those pipes were so that it keeps the surface perfectly flat. In order to have your pavers perfectly flat, you have to have the bed perfectly flat. This follows that exactly. Now back to screeding. This is a bit of a tedious process. You screed, you pull it back with the rake, you get it off the walkway, and then you screed some more. But if you look here, you'll see I've achieved my perfectly flat setting bed. Just like you compact your base and you want your base perfectly leveled and pitched away from the area, same thing with your bed. So if you have your base good, you really shouldn't take much, just a little bit underneath the poles to get the right pitch that you want and to make sure that the poles are level to each other and then pitched away. So this is going to be about a 4-foot walkway, so all I really need is an inch of pitch, 1.5 inches. And then front to back, I'll have a couple inches, and that'll be fine. Now that I got my screed all the way to the back end, I take it all off. I keep it on the back. I'm going to bucket it. And once again, I'm going to use that to fill in the voids that these poles will leave before I lay the pavers. The poles stay in until the paver gets to that section, so I could just add more if I have to, if anything happens. Although that doesn't happen in the 3/8 stone. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned something.